You think women stop noticing men after 60, but that's a lie you tell yourself so you don't have to change. You think age makes you invisible, but what actually makes you invisible is neglect. Listen carefully. Women are not scanning you the way insecure men imagine. They are not standing there with a checklist built by fantasy, porn, or your younger self. They are reading signals. They are reading the body like a biography. They are reading what your body says about your discipline, your energy, your standards, your peace, your strength, your pain, your truth. And if you don't understand that now, you will spend the next 10 years blaming age for what is really decay of intention. If you need regular reminders like this, subscribe now, because you do not need more comfort. You need truth when your excuses start sounding wise. You need a voice that pulls you back to reality when you drift into self-pity, denial, and that quiet surrender men call acceptance when it's really just quitting. Here's what it really means. The 5 body parts women instantly notice in men over 60 are not important because of vanity. They matter because they reveal the man behind the skin. They reveal whether you've stayed connected to yourself or abandoned yourself. That is the thesis. Not attraction as performance. Attraction as evidence. Not youth, not perfection. Evidence. The first thing they notice is your eyes, not the color, not some movie star nonsense. Your eyes, because your eyes expose your relationship with life. Are they sharp or dulled? Calm or restless, present or drifting, bitter or grounded? A man can have wrinkles and still carry clean fire in his eyes. A man can have gray hair and still look awake, dangerous in the right way, deeply settled, deeply alive. And another man can have all the money in the world and look finished, checked out, hollowed by resentment. That difference shows up in the eyes before a word is spoken. You know what dead eyes mean? They mean you stopped expecting anything from yourself. That's called internal retirement. The body may still move, but the spirit has clocked out. And women notice that instantly because life recognizes life. A woman feels whether your attention is real or whether you're just standing there rehearsing who you used to be. She feels whether you're looking at her with clarity or with hunger mixed with loneliness and need. Need repels. Presence attracts. That is the contrast. Need says, please complete me. Presence says, I'm already whole enough to meet you clean. The second thing they notice is your posture, your neck, your back, the way you carry your frame through space. Because posture is not just structure. It is history made visible. It tells the world whether life bent you and you stayed bent, or whether life hit you and you learned to stand straighter. Slumped posture does not just say older. It says defeated. It says apologetic. It says, I am trying not to bother anyone with my existence. And that is not age. That is surrender wearing the mask of age. Stand up. Really stand up. Chest open, neck long, feet rooted. That alone changes the message your body sends. Because posture is public psychology. It is self-respect with bones. When a man carries himself well over 60, women notice. Not because he's pretending to be 35, but because he looks like he did not collapse under the weight of his own life. He looks like he still belongs in the room. He looks like he still has a center. The third thing they notice is your hands. Yes, your hands. Because hands tell the truth about how you live. Your handshake, your grip, your grooming, the way you gesture, the steadiness, the care. Hands can say capable. Hands can say calm. Hands can say protection without control, competence without show. And they can also say chaos, neglect, tension, fragility. Men miss this because they think attraction is built on obvious features. It's not. Attraction is built on coherence. When your hands look like they belong to a man who still handles his life, that lands. A woman notices whether your hands are deliberate. Do they fidget like a nervous boy? Do they tremble from unprocessed stress, too much alcohol, too little sleep, too much regret? Or do they move with patience, with certainty, with restraint? That's what mature attraction sees. Not noise, not flash, control. You do not need oversized muscles. You need evidence that your nervous system is not running your life into a ditch. The fourth thing they notice is your face, especially your jaw, your mouth, and the tension around them. Not because you need a perfect face. You don't. But your face reveals whether you have made peace with yourself. Men over 60 carry one of 2 expressions. One is hardened, the other is settled. Hardened looks like complaint became identity. Settled looks like pain got integrated into wisdom. Big difference. A hard face says, life cheated me. A settled face says, life Life tested me and I learned. Which one do you think draws people in? That's why grooming matters. That's why your skin, your beard, your breath, your mouth, your smile, all of it matters. Not for vanity, for order, for signal. A clean face says you still care. A harsh, neglected face says you stopped tending the ground you live in. And don't confuse cynicism with strength. That little tight-lipped expression some men wear like armor. Women read that in 1 second. It says guarded, reactive, emotionally expensive. That's called self-protection turned into personality. The fifth thing they notice is your waist and the way you move through your lower body, your legs, your walk, your midsection. Because movement is the loudest truth in the body. How you walk tells people whether you still inhabit yourself with authority. Are you heavy and dragging as if every step is a complaint? Are you stiff, unstable, disconnected? Or do you move with intention, balance, and controlled energy? A man does not have to move fast to move well. Slow can be powerful. Slow can be masculine. Slow can say, I am not rushed because I am not lost. And yes, the waist matters. Not because women are expecting a fitness model. Stop thinking like that. But because your midsection often reflects your choices. It reflects your eating, your hormones, your stress, your discipline, your excuses. It reflects whether you manage your appetites or your appetites manage you. That matters. Because self-control is attractive. Not starvation, not obsession, self-control. If your body says every urge wins, that message reaches farther than your shirt size. Now here's the misconception that ruins men. They hear a title like this and immediately think competition. They think, what body parts do women want? What do I need to fix so I can qualify? Wrong frame. That frame makes you weak before you begin. Because the hard truth is this. Women over time are rarely drawn to body parts in isolation. They are drawn to what those body parts reveal about your inner order. Your eyes reveal your spirit, your posture reveals your self-respect, your hands reveal your competence, your face reveals your emotional habits, your walk and waist reveal your discipline. This is not about pleasing women. It is about becoming readable as a man who did not abandon himself. Why does this happen? Root cause. Human beings are built to read patterns faster than words. Long before anyone trusts your story, they trust your signals. Your body is always talking, always. Even when your mouth is silent, your body is testifying. It tells the room whether you are calm or needy, grounded or scattered, strong or pretending, honest or hiding. And women, especially mature women, tend to read that very quickly because life trained them to. They have seen charm hide emptiness. They have seen confidence hide chaos. They are not just looking, they are assessing quietly, instantly. So what does it cost you when you ignore this? It costs you your edge. It costs you first impressions. It costs you opportunities you never even knew were there. It costs you intimacy. It costs you the right kind of attention. It costs you your own mirror. Because the worst loss is not that women stop noticing you. The worst loss is that you stop recognizing yourself as a man worth noticing. You stop dressing with intention. You stop training. You stop grooming. You stop lifting your chin. You stop speaking with purpose. You stop expecting more. You stop. Then one day you call that peace. It is not peace. It is erosion. Reframe it now. This is not about chasing validation. This is about reclaiming signal integrity. This is about making your outside stop contradicting the man you claim to be inside. If you say you have wisdom, let your face show steadiness. If you say you have standards, let your body show restraint. If you say you have strength, let your posture show courage. If you say you have peace, let your eyes show presence. Words are cheap. Bodies are expensive. Bodies keep the receipts. Picture the man who gets this. He walks into a room and nothing about him begs. Nothing about him performs. He is not loud, but he is felt. He is not trying to impress, but he is impossible to dismiss. His eyes are awake. His posture is upright. His clothes are simple but deliberate. His hands are calm. His face is clean, composed, unashamed of age. His body says, I have lived, and I did not let life make me smaller. He does not chase every glance. He does not overtalk. He does not explain his value. He protects his time. He protects his routines. He protects his peace. He has boundaries. That's called earned gravity. He does not flirt like a thirsty boy. He engages like a man who has options because he has standards. He is warm, but not available to nonsense. He is kind, but not loose. He listens, but he does not lean over himself for approval. He has a purpose bigger than being chosen. That is why his presence lands. Women feel safety around him, but also clarity. He is not ambiguous. He is not trying to be liked by everybody. He knows who he is, and that knowledge removes friction from everything. everything, so do this. Start with the eyes, sleep better, drink less, read more, sit in silence long enough to hear what you've been avoiding. Men with cloudy eyes usually have cloudy inner lives. Clear the inside and the outside follows. Then fix the posture, stretch, strengthen your back, open your chest, stop living folded, stop walking like you owe the world an apology. Next, clean up your hands, nails, skin, grip, stillness. Let your hands look like they belong to a man who handles business. Then, clean your face and your expression. Trim the beard or shave it properly. Take care of your mouth. Relax the bitterness out of your jaw. Learn the difference between seriousness and hostility. Then attack the waist and the walk. Lift weights, walk daily, lose the excess, build stability, move like your life matters. And while you're doing all that, stop doing this. Stop dressing like you gave up. Stop eating like comfort is your religion. Stop using age as camouflage for laziness. Stop chasing youth. Stop copying younger men. Stop turning every conversation with a woman into a test of whether you still have it. That desperation leaks. She sees it. You feel it. It weakens you. Redirect. Build your body for function. Groom yourself for order. Speak for truth. Move for strength. Live for purpose. Let attention become a byproduct, not the mission. You want one more hard truth. Here it is. The most attractive thing about a man over 60 is not his ability to look young. It is his refusal to become passive. That refusal shows up in the body. In the eyes that still focus, in the shoulders that still carry, in the hands that still create, in the legs that still move, in the face that no longer asks permission to exist. That is power. Mature power, quiet power, the kind built from surviving disappointment without becoming soft in the wrong places and hard in the wrong places. So if you've been telling yourself it's too late, kill that lie now. Too late for what? Too late to stand up straight? Too late to get strong? Too late to shave properly? Breathe deeply, walk daily, speak clearly, and live like your name means something? No, it is not too late. It is just uncomfortable, and most men would rather protect comfort than recover dignity. Don't be most men. Become the man whose body tells the truth before he even speaks. The truth that he is awake. The truth that he is disciplined. The truth that he is emotionally clean. The truth that he is not hunting for rescue. The truth that he can enjoy a woman without needing her to repair his identity. That is masculine self-respect. That is what gets noticed. Not because it manipulates anyone, but because truth has weight, and people feel weight. You do not need a new fantasy. You need a new standard. You do not need to be chosen to become valuable. You become valuable, and your whole life changes shape around that decision. Every workout, every walk, every meal, every grooming habit, every boundary. Every time you choose dignity over drift, you are writing a different ending. So lift your eyes, square your shoulders, clean your face, steady your hands, tighten your waist, slow your walk, deepen your presence. Let your body become evidence that you are still here and still under command. Because at the end of the day, the real point is not whether women notice you first. The real point is whether you finally notice yourself and decide that the man in the mirror is not done. You are not behind. You are not washed up. You are not disqualified by age. You are the answer to the life you are living now, not someday, now. And if you want more truth like this, subscribe, because this is where men come to strip away illusion, rebuild self-respect, and remember what solid feels like. Stay close to this message, stay close to this standard, and stay with this community of men who are done making excuses and ready to live awake.